Sarah Beth, welcome to the show. All right, listen, it was between you and your bestie Kyland on the block, and then that whole secret HOH twist came and went, and nothing changed. So, why do you feel it was you that was targeted and sent to jury?
I think initially, the reason that Kyland and I were nominated is because people did see us individually as threats and they knew that we were working really closely together, and that made us even more threatening. So I think for a lot of people, it made sense to try and split us up. As far as why I went instead of Kyland, I do suspect that a lot of that had to do with the secret alliance that he told me about in his goodbye message. I do think that there were people working behind the scenes to make sure that it seemed like I was more of a threat to people's game than Kylan was, to ensure that he stayed over me.
So, Kyland mentions staying loyal to a secret alliance in his goodbye speech to you. Who do you think is in it?
With the information that I was given in my goodbye messages, and also piecing that together with things that happened in the house, particularly things that Kylan has told me. I'm pretty sure that at the very least, Aza, Kylan, and Xavier are working together in the secret alliance. It might be bigger than that. I'm not sure. Um, I feel pretty confident, at least the three of them. But would I say positive? It's Big Brother, so you can never say that.
Now, I know you guys didn't totally see eye to eye in the game, but do you think things for you would have turned out differently if Derek X had remained in the game?
It's impossible to know for sure. I definitely think if Tiffany had still won this week, things absolutely would have stayed the same, from my perception. And I think that it would have been even worse for me trying to campaign for votes, because not only would I've had the secret alliance working against me, I think Derek X also would have been working against me. So there is, of course, the possibility that maybe Derek X would have won this HOH, and maybe he wouldn't have targeted Kyland and I if I had never targeted him at all during my HOH. But I think it was inevitable. At some point, someone was going to win that would have put Kyland and I on the block, and I don't think having Derek X in the game would have helped me at all.
You know, obviously in a game like Big Brother, emotions run all over the place. Day, night, it like never stops. So, what was the hardest day for you in the Big Brother house and the best day in the house?
The hardest day for me was definitely the day 32, the day of Kingdom of Curlalot during week 5. I I did not handle the pressure of being on the block very well. I took the game really seriously. I was playing very hard. I desperately wanted to be there. And I genuinely didn't expect to hit the block that soon. And so when I knew for sure that Brittany had the veto and that no matter what, I was going to be sitting on the block for eviction come that Thursday, and that I could have been sent home pre-jury, it really devastated and terrified me. And I didn't handle it very well. I think that is the turning point in my game where I did do things that were very sloppy that ended up biting me in the butt later. I really regret how that week went. I wish I could have been tougher. I wish I had handled it better. And it was a very hard day for me. Best day in the house. I think this is sad, but I think my best day in the house was day 10, when I won the flying colors competition. I definitely came into the house thinking that I wasn't going to have any chance of winning competitions. I did not feel like I could rely on them, and I would not have been surprised if I went the entire game without winning a single one, because I had very little faith in my intelligence or physical prowess when it came to the rest of the house guests I was playing with. But I did manage to win one. I felt like that win brought me closer to Kyland. I felt like that win brought me closer to the Kings. And I feel like it brought me closer to the jackpot. And those were the people I was working with at the time. It gave me a lot of confidence going forward in the game. And I wish I could have just kept that confidence up. But that was probably my best day in the house.